1971 to 1974. Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Trawler.
Game 33, Marlins at Diamondbacks.
Welcome back, baseball fans. 1971-74 Carryover League. We are back on opening day, back in the National League, and we got a couple expansion teams today opening up their seasons. Never know what to expect out of these expansion teams. Some can be real clunkers, some can be rolling on that short sample, brilliance that only happens once every 4 years to certain teams. Florida and Arizona from the desert. Florida, well, they had the 10th pick in the draft this year. That's almost. Philadelphia finished in 4th, so they finished 3rd in the East. And they made Hal McRae better, and they got some interesting players here, I suppose. Who did they get? They acquired Felix Millan. That was a nice off-season acquisition. And the Arizona team, they had a nice little draft. They added Steve Stone to the back of the rotation, Jeff Zahn to the bullpen. Made an off-season deal with Seattle to acquire Ted Uhlaender and Dale Maxwell. And Dave May to play center field. So they made a lot of moves. It's opening day in Arizona. Today's starting pitchers for Florida is Steve Arlen, 99-team, with the Padres in 1971 with a 3.47 ERA. Could pitch on 3 days rest, which is why they signed him. They needed somebody to do that. He's the only guy on the team who can pitch on 3 days rest. Similar situation with Arizona. Their only innings eater, as it were, Reggie Cleveland, is their opening day starter. Reggie Cleveland was 14-10 with a 3.01 ERA, 224 innings with the Cardinals in 73. Beyond these two hurlers, everybody else, both teams go with 5-man rotations. Marlins, Del Canton, Folkers, Acosta, and Reynolds. Arizona's Willoughby, Pizarro, Stone, and Jarvis. So, just a little pregame there for opening day out here in the desert. See if we can get you excited and interested in these expansion teams. Let's get started from Joshua Tree. Graham Parsons and the Fallen Angels doing a concert before the game. Leading off for Florida is Vic Davalillo, 43, flies the right X. Merv Retman, big acquisition, 2E8 in right field, makes the catch. Almost forgot. Yeah, they replaced this entire outfield. Uhlaender in left, Dave May in center, and Retman in right. It's a brand new outfield for Arizona. All right, batting second for Florida, Felix Millan, 54, flies to left. Manny Mota, 59, triple 1-2, is a base hit off of Reggie Cleveland's card. And Willie Montanez, 2-9, bounces to short. Bottom of the first, it is Brock Davis leading off. 1-5 is a base hit for Brock. He's a C-stealer, and he'll hold there. Ellie Rodriguez is the Marlin catcher with a -2 arm. It'll be Ted Uhlaender. 2-9, lines of short. Merv Retman, 1-8. Let's take a look at the Merv Retman card of 1971. Guy who had some magnificent years in 70 and 71 for Baltimore. But Baltimore's outfield was full, brimming with talent, and they didn't hold on to Retman. They let him go. And after 71, Retman has just an ordinary decade after this. But this is a great year in 71. 318 with 11 home runs, 87 walks. And 1-8 is a base hit in the center field. Brock Davis, a 16 runner, plus one arm in center. He's going to go coast to coast on a 17, and he gets it. Runners on the corners for Dave May. 47 off of Barlin is a walk. And the bases are loaded with 1 out for Ed Herman. 2-6 is a 5. 4-3 double play. And that squanders the threat in the first. We'll go to 2. It's Hal McRae. 5-10 off of Reggie Cleveland's card. Hummer 1-3 fly ball. And that's what it is, the fly ball. Ellie Rodriguez, 110's a single. Roger Repos, 1-8 is a walk. 2 on now for Celerino Sanchez. 54, left B. With 2 outs, Marty Martinez. 311 bounces to third. Bottom of 2. Another new player, Hal Breeden. I didn't realize how much the turnover has been in Arizona. They got a new first baseman as well, Hal Breeden. 64, center X. Davalillo is a 3-7 in center field. He gives up a double on his defense. Dalton Jones. 2-9, rolls to third. Runner holds. Steve Braun, 2-3, rolls to first. Runner goes to third with 2 outs for Dale Maxwell. 2-4, rolls to third. We go to the third inning. Vic Davalillo. 35 is a base hit. He is an ace stealer. Herman's got a -3 arm. What is going on? The throwing arms in 71 are really boosted up because I calculated those on percentages. I'm starting to think I might be off by like a 5%. Like maybe these -3 guys should be -2. Might have overdone it a tad. Anyway, he is an ace stealer, is Davalillo. And Mian will hit and run. And he gets the hit and run single on a 5 for Felix Mian. Runners in the corners for Manny Mota. 43, pitcher X. Reggie Cleveland's an E19 pitcher. 2. And that'll be a double play, but the run will score. Got the 2 outs. Gives up the run. Bases are empty. 1-0 game. And it's Willie Montanez. 42 flies to right. Bottom of the third, it's Brock Davis. 38 is a K. Ted Eulander. No, Eulander, said the arguing pilots. 1-9's a single to left field for Ted. D Steeler. Mer Retman. 3-5. 1-19 for the single. Oh my goodness, in the first horrible break for Mer Retman this year. Single 1-19, and the very first time he deploys that roll this year, he rolls up against a 20. So that was a miraculous grab by Mian at second base on a rocket of a line drive. 2 outs, man at first for Dave May. 6-11, pitcher X. Arlen's an E6. And he makes the play. Top of the 4th in Arizona. Hal McRae will lead off. 37 is a K. Ellie Rodriguez, 59, 1-1-2 off Cleveland as a base hit. Roger Repos, 1-9 is another walk. He's walked twice. 2 on, 1 out for Celerino Sanchez. 2-5, pops to short, and with 2 outs, it'll be Marty Martinez. 1-7, let's take a look at this Marty Martinez card. He delivers here with 2 outs. A lot of extra base hits against righties. One of the better utility players in this era, because he could not only catch and play the infield and the outfield. He was like the Cesar Tovar of the National League. For the Astros in 71, another nice little small sample performance. 1-7 is double 1-7, single ... We got a 2-0 game. With runners on the corners and 2 outs. And it's Victor Davalillo. 58 off of Cleveland. Double 111 is a double. Reggie Cleveland really struggling today. Second and third. Run scores. 2 outs. 3-0. Felix Mian. 2-5 is a roller to third base. So, Arizona down 3-zip. The retool offense. Put guys on, but hadn't scored them. Ed Herman. 1-2 flies to center. Hal Breeden, 1-6 is a K, and with 2 outs. Dalton Jones, 2-4, rolls to second. Nice start for Steve Arlen. Top of the 5th. Manny Mota, 35 is a base hit for Manny Mota. Willie Montanez, 45 is a fly ball to center. Hal McRae, 1-7. Let's take a look at Hal McRae's card here. Yeah, you know, the Reds didn't have the luxury of keeping a Hal McRae. And even the Royals didn't have that luxury. The Royals had so many talented players, they decided to let the designated hitter go, is the way they looked at it. I mean, they had such a very deep system in Kansas City, and you can't protect everybody. So they left the worst defensive player unprotected. But in this case, Hal McRae would probably be Florida Marlins' best player in this timeline, since they didn't even exist, of course. So he kind of becomes the team captain of the Marlins as their best overall player. And 1-7 for McRae, who hit .310 with 15 homers and 36 doubles and 74 for the Royals. 1-7 is double 111, single dot. Runners on the corners, Ellie Rodriguez. They got to go up and hold it down 3-zip here. 1-6 for Ellie, triple 1-2, single dot. And the Marlins are rolling today, folks. They have got it. They have got it. The Marlin machine is going here. Runners on the corners, 1 out. They'll bring it up for Roger Repose. 35, another walk for him, third of the day. Bases loaded, 1 out for Sanchez. They'll play back. They need a double play here. 62, right X. This is Retman, a 2-8 in right field. It's going to be a fly ball A, so that will score a run. The other guys tag up as well. Second and third, 2 outs for Marty Martinez. And 2-5 rolls the third. Well, all this Marlin carnage in the last 3 frames. It's a 5-0 lead. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay, bottom of the 5th. It's Stevie Ray Braun for Arizona. 57's a K. Dale Maxwell. 2-11 rolls the third. And with 2 outs, Brock Davis. 1-6 is a single. Ted Uhlaender. 46. Walks. 2 on, 2 outs. Big at bat here for Rutman, who should have been on twice. He's missed a 19 in the 3rd inning. Pitch to Retman. 66 off Arlen is a strikeout. It's Steve Arlen Day here in Arizona. The fans didn't realize that when they bought their tickets, though. We go to the 6th of a 5-0 game in Arizona. The schedule makers should not have allowed 2 warm weather towns to play each other in the opening series. Florida would have been a lovely place to host a early April baseball game, while the other baseball clubs are shivering someplace in a northern clime. In any event, though, we go to the 6th inning, and it'll be Vic Davalillo. 37, sky's the center. Felix putting me on. 46, nope, we're not Felix. These guys are right. And with 2 outs, Manny Mota. 2 for 3 with a run scored. 67 is a K. Bottom of 6, 5-0 lead. Arlen, the pitcher of 3 days rest. They have a nice bullpen in Florida, by the way. They improved that in the offseason. Might take a look at that in an inning or so. Dave May leads off for the Diamondbacks. He flies to center. Easy Ed Herman, 0 for 2 with a double play. 1-9 is a strikeout. And with 2 outs, it's Hal Breeden. 57 is a K. Oh boy. Not a good day for the Snakes. We go to the 7th. Reggie Cleveland, well, he doesn't want to tax the bullpen. He'll go out there for a 7th inning, down 5-zip. Willie Montanez. 1-6. Let's take a look at Willie Montanez. Boy, I tell you, these Marlins, they have got a feisty bunch. They've picked and chosen wisely from other systems. Willie Montanez, 71 for the Phillies, hit 30 home runs and a 255 average. A fortuitous split, meaning that they prefer him crushing righties, and they'll just get somebody else against lefties. But they'll take that crushing against the righties anytime you can get it. And that is gone, folks. That was hit a ton into the desert, knocked over a cactus or 2. It is 6-0 Marlins. They are not a fish out of water here in the desert. They are rolling. Here's Hal McRae. 110 base hit for Hal McRae, and Reggie Cleveland's about to break, and let's kind of assist that from happening. Yeah, let's get him out of there. Not a good day to be Reggie Cleveland, which is a shame. He's a nice little hurler here. They're going to go to Pat Jarvis. Recently signed off the waiver wire. as an undrafted free agent. He was put on waivers last year by Atlanta, and Arizona picked him up, played in the Winter Baseball Classic. If you watched any of that, he pitched very well in the. And we were debating in the Winter Baseball Classic, will somebody pick up Pat Jarvis? Arizona watched those games and said, yeah, we'll take the kid. He's a starter relief, and that versatility is what the Diamondbacks need. So he comes on in the 7th. Trying to keep this game reasonable with a runner at first and nobody out. And the batter is Ellie Rodriguez. 2-5 is hit by the pitch. Oh boy. 2-1 for Roger Repos, who has not been charged with an at-bat yet today. 54. Now he has. Third X. Who's the third? It is Dalton Jones, a 4E27. And that is an error. And oh boy. Bases are loaded for Celerino Sanchez. 63. First C, run scores. Second and third, one out. They're going to bring it up for Marty Martinez. 1-6. You saw the card earlier. That one column. Triple 118. One of those extra base hits I was talking about. That is a 2-run triple. And the Florida Marlins, ladies and gentlemen, have come out of the blocks from hot, humid Florida to a much drier climate and are performing fantastically. Runner at third, one out. They'll bring it up for Davalillo. 5-10 center X. Dave Mays a 2E10 in center field. That'll be a sac fly. An even double-digit lead of 10-0. No slaughter rule here. Felix Millan, 35, single 1-10, lines out. My goodness, Arizona. What a clunker on opening day in front of all the Snakes fans. Stretch time here in Arizona, down 10-0. Ooh, boy. We have been enjoying Graham Parsons' GPLP of 1973, right in the middle of the timeline. Always a big fan of hanging out at Joshua Tree and that kind of thing out here in Arizona. The new soft shoe, Streets of Baltimore. We'll sweep out the ashes in the morning. Wonderful LP, GP, Graham Parsons. Somewhere in this photograph, like down the hall, is Keith Richard, kind of imbibing on something. Thanks, Keith. All right, bottom of the 7th. Arlen, 6 shutout frames. He's continuing here. Dalton Jones, 64, pops to third. Stevie Ray Braun, 69, base hit. Dale Maxwell, 39, is a 6-4-3 double play. My goodness, Steve Arlen Day in Arizona. Only problem is he plays for Florida. Oh boy. Well, Jarvis will go out there for another one. In the 8th, Manny Mota, 38, rolls a short. Willie Montanez, 39, rolls to first. And Al McRae, 34, rolls to short. Any defense we want to get in this game? We'll take McRae out as a DH. I think we're happy with our outfield defense. Let's get Mary Guerrero to play shortstop for Florida. By the way, in the early goings of this season, the home team has been dominating. And as you think they'd be winning a reasonable amount, but they're dominating. And they've won 7 out of the 8 series I've played. So Marlins, as a road team, have a chance to get a road series win on the books and put them in decent shape. Steve Arlen, he's going back out there with a 6-hitter into the 8th inning and a great bullpen to back him up. Brock Davis leads off, 56, flies to right. Ted Ulander, 68, single 1-14, gets it. Merv Retman, 410, hits the Arlen card finally. Triple 1-9, single ... It is a triple, and we have a run in Arizona, and the fans applaud. 10-1. Runner at third for Dave May. 35 is a walk, and just like that, Steve Arlen has seemed to have run out of gas, so he will leave after his shutout is blown. Pitched 7 1/3 innings, responsible for a couple base runners with a 10-1 lead. And the Marlins are going to go to Tom Bergmeyer in the 8th. Great 3-man bullpen of Orlando Pena, Jose Pena, and Tom Bergmeyer in between as the lefty. Plus Ken Reynolds is a long man. for the Marlins. And so with runners on the corners and 1 out, it's Ed Herman. I think he's going to be pinch hit for with their backup catcher, Bill Plummer. Don't see him in action very much. Bill Plummer, 74 card. Probably his best card for the Reds. Here's the pitch. 312 is your is your low max, and it's the line out to third max. And there's a guy standing on third base. Well, he was standing on third base. He was standing near third base and gets tagged out on the line out max to make matters worse for the Diamondbacks. Oh well. They get a run though. It's 10-1 in the ninth. Let's rotate the bullpen a little bit here. Let's get Jeff Zahn. This will be his major league debut here for the Zahn was a Cub. Was a Dodger? I think he was a Cub. A Dodger, a Twin, an Angel. And 74, 3-5 with a 2.03 ERA in 80 innings for those Dodgers that would have won the World Series. He would have been a valuable part of that team. Him and Al Downing backing up Tommy John and maybe Claude Osteen. All right, in the ninth, it'll be Ellie Rodriguez. 65, Sky's the center. Roger Repos. 46 is a base hit. Solerino Sanchez, 2-3 lines the first. And Marty Martinez. The batting for Marty Martinez will be Jose Pagan. 49 for Jose Pagan is single 1 of 16 and he gets it. 2 on, 2 outs for Vic Davalillo. 6-11 off Zahn, left X. This is Eulander. Oh, he's very good. A 2-2 in left field. He makes the grab. Bottom of the ninth, here in Joshua Tree, and Ken Reynolds will come in as the long man to avoid giving up 9 runs in the bottom of the ninth. Ken Reynolds, the long guy, one of the weaker long guys in the game, but when you have a 9-run lead, you can afford to do this kind of thing. So here he is against Hal Breeden, leading off in the ninth. 5-11 is a strikeout. Batting for Dalton Jones will be Julian Javier, acquired in the offseason from the Dodgers via the Cardinals. Both teams gave up on Julian, but Arizona says we could use this guy. 49's a base hit for Julian Javier. Steve Braun. 2-7's a single. 2 on, 1 out for Dale Maxwell. 6-12, pitcher B. Runners in the corners, 2 outs for your Brock Davis. I think they're going to, we'll let him bat. Brock Davis. 45 flies to left field to end this game. And what a day for your Florida Marlins, folks, as they get a road win in game 1, 10-1. Zahn gave up 2 hits in the ninth. Jarvis came in to face Ellie Rod. Gave up a hit, a walk, a hit, a walk, 3 runs, only 1 was earned. Didn't strike anybody out. Reggie Cleveland, not a good day for him. 12 hits. Yeah, I think 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nope, 12 hits. And he was charged with all 7 runs, including 2 in the 7th inning there. 6 earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. All right, Ken Reynolds on 9th, 2 hits and a K. Tom Bergmeyer came on in the 8th. Got a Bill Plummer line out. Steve Arling gets the win. Ends up with an 8 hits and a single run. Walk 3, struck out 6. 1-0-9, 0-1-0-9, 10-15, 110, 4-2-3-7. Game 1 is in the books between Florida and Arizona. We expect this clunker by the Diamondbacks. We expect them to be a very improved team this year. They made a lot of nice offseason acquisitions. They have some solid starting pitching. And the theory is that maybe today's an outlier. They had to get this stinker out of their system. They seem to have more potential than Florida, though you would never know by the game we just played, of course. So that was game 33 of the young season. We're hitting 261 with 325 on base as a league. And we're tuned into a 3.40 ERA and a 1.40 whip through just 33 games. Nice little season developing here. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll give you the results of this series at the end of the video. Well, baseball fans, it is all Marlins here in the desert. Here's the box score from game 1. Marlins win easily, 10-1. So see if they can win game 2 on the road. They would send Bruce Del Canton, signed in the offseason. He was signed him off the street. He had his 71 card available for all 4 years. Nobody took it. Till now, Marlins decided, oh, we'll give him a chance. And they made him the number 2 starter, as a matter of fact. That's how finding a guy on the street, how you can turn that. Basically, he's a starter 7. Ed Acosta, the other right here, is a starter 6. So that's why they're separated as a 2 in the 4 spot. He battles Jim Willoughby, who struggled today. Top of the first. 3 singles and a 3-run homer by Hal McRae. It's 4-0. My goodness. Then in the 3rd inning, a single, a double, RBI single by Ellie Rod. 5-0 Marlins. But gives some credit to the Diamondbacks. They rally off Del Canton with a big 3rd inning. They bat around, send 10 guys to the plate. Double walk, triple, single, triple, single walk. Double play ball. Double play ball salvages the inning. But it's 6-5 Diamondbacks. Del Canton would stick around a little longer. In the 4th inning, a sac fly ties this thing at 6. And then the game gets into the latter innings. In the 6th inning, Celerino Sanchez triple, sac fly Mario Guerrero off of Jim Willoughby. Both pitchers would exit after the 6th, 7th inning. Del Canton goes 6 innings. He's up 7 hits and 6 runs. Willoughby, 6 2/3, 14 hits and 7 runs. Once the starters are gone, we get some quality relief work. Dick Bainey and Darryl Knowles keeps the Marlins in check. Tom Bergmeyer comes on in the 7th, 2 scoreless innings. And then Orlando Pena, 39-year-old Orlando Pena, in his 3rd decade of work. Pitched all over baseball from 57 to 75. And he becomes the default closer of the Marlins now. Gives up a couple singles in the 9th inning, but then he gets Brock Davis to ground out to end this game. The Marlins win 7-6, winning 2 games in the desert. So what happens when they go back to Florida? Well, folks, the Marlins just stay hot in the 1st inning. A walk, a single, a 2-base error by Merv Retman, a single, and a double. And it's 4 runs in the 1st inning before the fans can settle into their feet here in Miami. And for Arizona, that was Juan Pizarro giving all that up. He actually would have a good line today, pitching 7 innings, giving up 5 hits and those 4 runs. None are earned. Rich Folkers, another offseason acquisition from the Cardinals system, is your Marlin pitcher. He got through 5 innings, giving up 7 hits and a run. It's 4-0, and then here we go with Arizona, trying to get back in this game. 3 singles in the 6th, make it 4-1. Bergmeyer comes on in the 8th after 2 scoreless innings by Jose Pena. He's got a rough 8th inning here, does Bergmeyer. A single, a strikeout, a triple, a pop-out, another single. It's a 4-3 game. And so for the 2nd day in a row, they asked the closer, Orlando Pena, can you give us an inning in the 9th inning and get a save? We got a 4-3 lead. We have Dalton Jones gets a leadoff walk. Ulander flies to center. Merv Retman grounds to short. And with 2 outs, Brock Davis pops to 3rd base. Florida Marlins, more impressive than that 10-1 victory in Game 1, was 2 one-run victories in Games 2 and 3 where they got that bullpen involved. Jose Pena, Tom Bergmeyer, Orlando Pena. They got plenty of batting average on this team. Folks, your Florida Marlins sweep out the Ashes in the morning. They're in 1st place. Boy, the National League East is loaded. They start out 3-0. Atlanta's 3-1. The Mets are 3-2. All 3 teams have won their series to start the year, matching up against teams in the Mountain Time Zone. Break up your Florida Marlins. a hot start in the National League. Thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you next time.